I think it's really opportunity driven, so I think it's all very well and good to say, look, I just want to do a particular sector, but you know, each day the phone rings with something different. So Arvid talked about a very large deal that was about 2.7 billion. That was where two of the Swedish AP funds decided that they were going to sell their property company, which they built up over 10 years or longer, and it was a very core portfolio across mainly Sweden and a little bit in Copenhagen. I mean, you know, you don't really expect that a portfolio that's been built up over that length of time by two pension funds is really going to come to the market. So when that does happen, then we gear up, and in fact we work together with A-Ring and a very large investor looking to buy that portfolio. So things like that happen every day, my view actually is that what's really been interesting is the listed market in Sweden has been trading at, on average, a 20-25% premium to book value or net asset value. And that has created a really interesting dynamic, because there's nowhere else in Europe that where the listed real estate sector is trading at that kind of premium. And what it's meant is that the listed property companies have been able to do bond issuings and preference share issuings and really create a lot more capital. And that's also helped fuel them in terms of going into Finland. And what we've done at Catella is actually, with our bank clients, is try and offer a product to not just institutional investors, but some of our private clients into real estate. And that's what we've done, is bought a piece of real estate and then listed it on the Swedish exchange. And why I bring that up is because some of our investors have been saying, well, thanks very much, now we've done some really good product in Sweden, is there a way that we could get a better return? Could we do some sort of a product that would be slightly higher returning? And so what we've done at Catella is I've worked with our Spanish colleagues and looked at Spain, and we've looked at Finland, and actually Arvid showed some slides of the Baltics, and I'm quite keen on the Baltics. So you asked me, the start of this question is where to focus. I think from the perspective of Finland, I've done, at the start of this year, we've sold 15 shopping centres in Finland, together myself with a colleague in our Finnish office, Nico Kvarnström. We've sold a logistics building there, and we're selling 2 shopping centres at the moment in Finland and 2 in Sweden as part of a portfolio. And the interest there is significant, but what I like about the Baltics is what Arvid showed on his slide, the yield gap there. So we actually have an opportunity where there's a Baltic fund that's come to the end of its life, a 7-year life, and what we have there is a whole heap of Swedish investors invested into that fund. And what we think we should do is actually list that and create a new company. So we're actually out on the market at the moment via our bank in Luxembourg and attracting a lot more Swedish capital for that. And that's been really interesting, because there's been quite a lot of a significant amount of interest in that, as opposed to, say, the same type of return that you would get in Sweden. So if it's good quality property, a good manager, good track record, and it ticks all of those sorts of boxes, then I'm quite keen on the Baltics.